All right, so exciting update. We are restarting the business. I'll show you guys what that looks like. I'm gonna take you over to Brett, one of our new contractors, to give you guys kind of an update on where we are with it. And it's really exciting, really exciting, something that's needed to change to make the business better. I guess this is like the 4th time we've restarted it, so hopefully we're actually successful this time. So we are over here where we have been stockpiling cards for a while. I'll put a clip of what it looked like whenever we did kind of the basement tour. This is mostly just cards over here. Let's see, I think all of this has been listed. This is where Teresa, that works for me, lists cards. She has a little lamp, so I promise it's not always this dark. It has been Chaos Town, and I've been opening cards because I like to, and so more and more cards have been stockpiled over here, or had a few other random purchases where I acquired cards. So, been doing that. We got Brett hired as contractor, and he has been an absolute wizard as far as taking this and running with it. Show you all kind of what that looks like. He'll kind of explain some of our processes, and if he thinks I'm crazy, because I'm pretty sure he does, just a little bit. So right here, we have cards that he's already sorting. You said this is 151?
151s.
So you can see he's already alphabetized the card sorter, which has been great because it makes it a lot easier for sorting instead of remembering which letter goes where. I think that's been really smart. And then over here, you can see he already has boxes for all the different sets. These are not technically in order right now, but the box is kind of in order. He's still sorting, and kind of the plan for the next, I don't know, month or two. What would you say? Month or two would be just sorting?
I think month at most. Probably.
Yeah, a month, next month or so. It's just gonna be him sorting all of our backlog, and I'll show you all that, into just the sets. We're not really doing much alphabetizing yet, but we will, because that's how we're gonna sell on TCG Player. And then we will probably put some cards on eBay at some point, but right now the bulk of it is sorting bulk. We just have a lot, and I'll let you kind of explain your organization, your process, and things like that.
Well, as he showed, we've got all the raw stuff over here, all the boxes.
So this is all, yeah, that's all the bulk that is pretty much entirely unsorted.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a mixture of all different sets and series and years. So
Yep.
It's pretty much all unsorted.
And then this right here, these two boxes are cards sorted for eBay. So I moved all those over here, and then you alphabetized them last week and put them into each of their sets and things like that.
Correct.
But squeaky chair of hell.
Like the next thing I've been doing is breaking it down kind of almost by decades. So some of the newer or older style cards with the symbols on the bottom right. The older ones, I guess, are over here. And then some of the newer ones are over here. Then from there, I'll break them down into sets and then do them alphabetically just to get the characters first. And then over here, kind of, this is like almost the final position where you got your set and series, promos, Scarlet and Violets, and then you can find them all alphabetically here. Obviously, get little tags here if it's complete. So these are all Obsidian Flames here. Not alphabetized because they're all alphabetized by the character name, but they're not fine-tuned in each alphabet.
They're like
yet,
all the
so.
J's are together, but may not be in alphabetical J's.
Correct, until tomorrow. I kind of do it in little chunks, so tomorrow we'll do that. Yeah, then over here is just the end game. Everything in there is alphabetized mostly by chronologically, top to bottom, and then within the series, and then in individual sets, and then done alphabetically. And then we'll go through those, get those listed. Just spend a lot of time building the structure. Now that I have the structure in place, the sorting is going to be a lot faster.
Yeah, really excited for this. I think I mentioned in one of the other videos, we had 200 to 300,000 unsorted cards, and I've had several people actually message me, ask to just buy them, and the answer is no. I bought them to sell them, but we just hadn't put in the structure to actually be able to sell these cards. We have the structure now, or at least we're getting there. We haven't listed anything. I think the one downside of this is literally for the next month, he's just gonna be sorting cards. So we're not selling, we're not making any money on this. So we're gonna have a large sunk cost in the front, but you know, I think it'll be worth it because then we're not still having to sort every single card. Eventually, you know, we'll start buying card collections again, or buying bulk or things like that. So stay tuned for that because there will be some kind of video talking about buying bulk, we will take those cards and then put them into the system that has already been built instead of trying to sort 1,000 cards, put them in, sort 1,000 cards, put them in. You know, we're going to sort 200,000 cards, put them all in, and then we'll start buying. We may not put all of them in before we start buying, but we'll at least get them mostly organized by set, at least, because I think that's going to be the biggest thing. And then something else he's going to be doing is he's going to help me get our binders updated. So I have a binder for each set. I would like to complete all the sets. I just haven't been able to do it. I think it's been so overwhelming having so many cards that I just kind of stopped. But I think this will be good. And then it'll help us stay organized and know what cards we need to complete sets. And then theoretically we should have 200,000 cards on TCG Player. So I set a goal for you this year. What was the goal I set?
50,000.
50,000.
You didn't say dollars?
No,
cards. You never differentiated.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fair.
I was like, I don't know if it's cards.
50,000 cards sold.
Okay.
What do you think?
Well,
You haven't really seen how fast cards sell on TCG Player.
not yet.
So I think he's kind of in this unsure area of like, if this is even possible. I think if you price anything right, it'll sell.
Yeah. I think we can do it.
Cool. Lofty goals, but I think it's going to be really possible, especially because we will also be able to find the cards, which is going to be great. In the past, we had them pretty well organized. I copied some other people's way of organizing, but I just didn't have one for every single set, and I think that made it a little confusing to find stuff. That's going to be great, and he's going to become really good at shipping and selling cards. Brett, how much did you know about cards before we even started doing this?
I knew the Pokemon cards were expensive because I would buy them for my kid, but I've never looked at them ever. I can name like maybe 3 Pokemon before like 2 weeks ago.
Yep. And now you got them all down, right?
I know them all the powers, who they evolved from, all the different sets, everything. I know, yeah.
So that's kind of where we are. We are restarting the TCG Player business. It's going to be really good. I've been doing a lot of thinking, and we might buy a Roka at some point.
The Roka Sorter is the world's first robotic card sorter for the TCG market. The Roka can sort your Magic the Gathering inventory by set, name, color, or rarity. A list of the sorted cards is compiled into a CSV report ready for upload into your e-commerce platform of choice.
I'm not really interested in leasing. I'd rather just buy it and have the ability to sell it if the business doesn't go well. I'm not really interested in leasing it. I'm a very big proponent of buying and not renting stuff, especially for the business, and we can afford it even though we're not making any money on cards. I think I do want to start getting some stuff listed so that I have an idea of what all of these cards are worth, because say we have 200,000 cards and they're all worth 10 cents. At 200,000 cards, 10 cents, that's 20K. That doesn't cover the Roka. Now, I would not say all the cards are worth 10 cents. We have a lot of vintage that I've acquired over the last 3 years and have just set aside. I don't think I've ever listed any, maybe like 100 of them on eBay. So I would say we did list a lot of the hollows on eBay, but you know, the base set 2, Fossil Jungle, we have thousands of those cards. We will have some value in there, but trying to figure out if spending $24,000 on a Roka is definitely going to be something we have to figure out. I do think it's going to be worth it, but that's an investment, obviously. So stay tuned. I will let you all know if we end up buying one. And I also don't know what the wait time is on those. Like if I buy one today, are they going to ship it this week, or is it, I don't know, they may be built to order, or is it like I buy now and they ship in 6 months? Because if that's the case, I don't know that I'm gonna buy one. We have other plans that a Roka would be good, but I also don't know if I want to buy bulk going forward. So we'll see. Stay tuned. We'll let you know, and hopefully we are killing it in cards in 2024. I'm out, Gangstas.